Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, Season 1, Episode 4. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Looks like this is a 6-episode series, so we have 2 episodes to go. And they showed the previews for next week's episode, and it looks like more drama, more mess with the girls of Xscape still not being 100% sure about this headlining situation. So we start out the episode with Taj and Coco. They're out working out. And we find out that Taj and Coco have not always had the best relationship. You know, Taj lets us know that Coco was a bit of a diva back in the day because she was the lead singer. And of course, what she said goes. And that when she was mad at Taj, nobody talked to Taj. And you know what? I am so glad that these ladies have grown up and they have become closer. They have been through all of this stuff and they are not letting any petty personal drama interfere with them entertaining their fans and coming home with that check. When she said that she was about to go all New York, I'm with her. I am team SWV on this. I think that it's very important that they co-headline. I looked up on Billboard to kind of get a comparison for both Xscape and SWV. And according to the Billboard's Hot 100, Xscape had 0 #1 hits. They had 6 top 10s and they have a total of 11 songs that actually made the top 100. SWV had 1 #1 hit, 4 top 10s, and 12 songs that made the top Billboard 100. So they are quite even, but SWV is doing more on streaming than Xscape. I still think that they should co-headline. It doesn't make sense for them to go back and forth about this. When they said that they have worked with TLC and En Vogue, and both TLC and En Vogue have outsold both SWV and Xscape, and they have never felt more disrespected, I totally get it. I totally get it. If a group like En Vogue or TLC don't give you any hassle, I just don't feel that Xscape should give somebody a hassle. So since they were talking about TLC and En Vogue, I decided to look their Billboard charts too. So TLC had 4 #1 hits, 9 top 10 hits, and 16 songs that made it onto the Billboard Top 100. En Vogue had 0 #1 hits, 6 top 10 hits, and 14 songs on the chart. I don't know. For me, all 4 of these groups were amazing, and they still are. And I think that my opinion stays the same. It should be co-headlined. Now, honey, listen, Lily is still working on her book, Sister Hot Puss or whatever, I don't know. But you know, listen, I'm assuming that Sister Hot Puss is also, you know, a sister at the church, because that little passage that she read about the deacon and all his good long business, I'm assuming, you know, and what church is this? I'm just saying, oh my goodness. I agree with her and her manager when they say that this could be historical, this concert, having these women together like this. And this definitely should be for the culture and for the fans. And I also agree with her when she says that normally in this business, in the entertainment business, if you are over 25, they consider you old. If you are a lady, you know, by the time you are 30, they are ready for you to dig a grave. So the fact that all of these women are in their late 40s, almost 50 years old, they're beautiful, they sound amazing, they can still move, you know, their hips and knees still work. They should be proud and get out there and entertain. Do it as long as you can. I'm just saying, you know, the entertainment industry is really sweet and kind to men, but they treat older women, and by older, they mean 30. If you're over 30, you are the crypt keeper in these Hollywood streets. I'm just saying. Taj meets up with Tamika, and listen, Taj says that she was a huge fan of the Spice Girls, and so much so she still has the dolls. I said, oh my goodness. I was a fan of the Spice Girls too, but I didn't have any dolls. I was the true fan of the New Kids on the Block. Do not judge me. Honey, I had the sheets, the pillowcases, the big buttons, all the VHS tapes, and a whole banner around my bedroom that said, I love Danny, Donnie, Joe, John, and Jordan. Yes, I mean, this was legit. I printed that banner out at school on the old dot printer. You know, the one that's like, It took forever. I'm just saying. I had a really cool teacher that didn't mind me using up all their paper and ink. Anyway, moving on. Tamika is so excited about this upcoming project. She is thinking about their wardrobe. She is thinking about the lighting, the backdrops, everything. I said, look at this girl. You guys have not made any decisions. Your sister is half stepping and you are in it. And you know what? I am very proud of her for stepping up, trying to make some changes. And you know, her and Taj was having a good time coming up with all of these ideas. And that's how the collaborating process should be. Everyone should be able to get their creative juices flowing and throw out ideas and see what sticks. Now, honey, when they get to this little meeting and Taj has got that meat snacks, you know, I have to agree, you know, with Lily. Stick to singing, girl. That's your lane. Just stay in the singing pocket because you can't be in charge of the snacks. You've got this meat and there's no cheese, there's no crackers, there's no pepperoni, there's no grapes, there's no olives, there's no chips. You know, she just brought meat and a couple bottles of wine. No, ma'am, nobody wants that. The meeting gets started. Tamika has the creative director with her and she's ready to get in it. You know, let's get involved. Let's talk about, you know, the show. And Coco says, wait a minute, wait. Okay, we need to talk about this co-headlining situation because Coco is very serious when she says if they are not co-headlining, she is out. So, you know, they're all looking around and asking Candy, and next thing you know, here goes Tasha. We're co-headlining. I mean, Lord, ma'am, you rarely show up. She didn't take a minute and say, hey, let me get with the group and let's talk this out. None of that. She just says, we're co-headlining. Even though I agree, I think that's the right decision, I still think that she should have probably checked in with the group. You could see by the look on Tiny's face and Tamika's face that they were not happy about this. Candy says, listen, the rest of my group said that they did not want to co-headline and I just happened to be the one to speak up. Now listen, all I can say is if they really did not want to co-headline, somebody should have stepped up to the plate. Closed mouths don't get fed. And it's a lot of turned up faces and, you know, expressions on your face that say, I don't want to co-headline, I'm against this. But until you open up your mouth and say that, you co-headlining. I'm just saying, I think co-headlining is the right thing to do. Tamika starts going over her plans. Now listen, honey, nobody wants any horses. We're not going to have any horses, okay? As that man said later in the episode, we are not bringing horses into the Tony Arena or whatever that arena is. It's not going to happen. And Lily let us know that in the video, she was on a pony. And until they highlighted it, I never noticed she was on a pony. I didn't even notice that there was a size difference in her horse. You know what? I definitely got to start paying more attention to detail. Anyway, Tasha was so jealous, just petty, rolling her eyes, looking down on the floor, just acting a fool. She was even out on social media this week bashing Tiny and Candy, talking about how bad they sing. I mean, she tried to put them under the bus this week about their singing abilities. I mean, listen, she doesn't want her sister to have anything talking about. She might as well go ahead and take the creative process. She already took our sisterhood. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You took the sisterhood. You are a very petty woman. And I just want to know, who do you think is going to buy your gospel album? Because when I look at her and her actions, nothing about her or her actions say, what would Jesus do? You know what I mean? She is not giving Jesus loves me. Yes, I know. She is giving the devil. Girl, quit playing with us. We don't want your gospel album. She's getting on my nerves. Not only that, has anybody noticed this week there's been a lot of stuff coming out about her husband? Yes, honey, women are coming out of woodworks talking about alleged affairs. One lady said she had a 5-year affair with him and a couple of miscarriages, allegedly. Honey, now listen, all of this is alleged. I don't know them people, but I believe it. I'm just saying, I'm allowed to believe, and I believe that he's a cheater. And you know what else I believe about him? He just reminds me so much of Kevin Hunter. You know, Wendy Williams' ex-husband. I don't like this guy. Candy said, Tasha is seething on the inside. You just can't see it on the outside. I said, girl, shut the hell up. We see it. The cameraman caught it. It's not just on the inside. She's seething on the outside too. And I enjoyed it a little. Anyway.
I almost went back to the Bronx and like, bitch, you talking to? We have worked with tons of girl groups, and no one has treated us the way them gals treated us.
It was a pleasure working with Vogue. It was a pleasure working with TLC, and both of them have outsold both of us.
Xscape can learn a lesson from In Vogue.
With they 7 million records.
See how it tastes.
I hope you love it.
This is not good.
Wait a minute, it's for everybody.
Oh, I didn't know that. Ty should never be in charge of nobody's food. She just needs to stick to singing.
Who did the little meat tray?
I bought it.
Oh, okay.
She bought 3 pieces of ham.
Are we headlining, co-headlining? What's going on? Candy.
I with whatever my group want to do.
Let's not get into this co-headliner. No, we're there. We're there. Co-headliner, man. Let's just leave it at co-headliner.
Tasha is so funny. Speaking on behalf of the group, my group members had told me that they all felt we should be headliners.
I'm usually the one that takes the lead on a lot of the creativity. My sister was never in that space. As a matter of fact, she was hardly in the studio. You want to take that away from me, that's fine, because you've already taken the sisterhood.
She's not showing it on the outside, but on the inside, Tasha's like, rah!
Tamika's so extra. Who's gonna bring a horse on the stage? Like, it is not that serious.
Run to the arms.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes or a no? Or a possible?
I don't know.
Tasha's attitude has been an assitude for the past couple of months. She's been an ass, okay?
So what you want to start with?
I haven't even really put much thought into this, to be honest.
I'm uncomfortable. I feel like I'm in a couple's bedroom. Should we be here right now?
So Coco meets up with Candy and Tasha. They're going to go over the set list. That is part of their responsibilities. However, Tiny and Lily, their responsibility is wardrobe. And Tamika and Taj, their responsibility is the creative, the set design. Now, honey, Tasha is more of herself. She gets there, she has 0 thoughts, 0 opinions. She's gonna think about it. She hasn't really put any thought to it at all. Coco makes some kind of comment about how it's almost like seeing an unhappy couple and, you know, being in their bedroom. You want to know, should I actually be here? And I thought the same thing, like, I'm embarrassed by this. No, I should not be here. Here she is with a smiling face. She's got her son with her. He's smiling from ear to ear. He's so excited. You know, he's interested in the music business. He's here to see how these 2 powerful super groups get together to plan out their set list. And it's no, ma'am. She hasn't put any thought into it. She doesn't know about singing that song. She'll think about it. You know, maybe she'll get back to us, you know, the night before the concert. I mean, what? This lady, they should just fire her. I have no idea why they have not fired her. You see Taj and Tamika, they're talking to Steven, their creative director. And honey, listen, they went from, you know, having this beautiful stage with this projection on the screen to we want to fly through the air. We want to pop up out the floor. We want rain. I'm going to need some wings. Do you think we can get some horses? You know, the bill just kept going up and up and up. They got up to like $206,000. And then Taj says, we might have to get a GoFundMe. And Tamika said, oh no, that is what we are not going to do. We are not going to get a GoFundMe. Listen, if you guys put $206,000 into this one show, that's cutting into any profit that you have to split between the 7 of you. I mean, seriously, cut back. Take it all the way back to the $35,000. Whatever you can get for $35,000, take that. Believe you me, us fans will still love the show. We don't want to see your horse. We don't need you to wear wings. None of that. No, ma'am. Candy meets up with Don Juan, and when they were talking, I absolutely forgot. Candy did have a gospel song, and it did go #1 on the gospel charts, I believe. It was a really nice song, too. You know, I truly do believe that Tasha is jealous of Candy. All of Candy's success, whether it's in the entertainment business or just her being a businesswoman, I think it affects Tasha because I think that she believed that her and Rocky were going to be the power couple that Todd and Candy currently are. And I think that just hurts her feelings terribly. Don Juan did make a really good, valid point when he said, gospel and country are different. They really are. You can sing everybody that you know to the ground. But in gospel and country, it's not that easy. Just because you can carry a tune and dance, gospel and country fans are not like that. You have got to earn their loyalty as fans. Gospel people want to know, are you living right? Are you walking that lifestyle? They will buy your records, they will support you, but if they see that you are being negative, bitter, rude, and just plain out disrespectful, they're not going to support. They are not. And country is the same way. You got to get out here and live it. You can't just be out here thinking that you're going to sing the gospel and then act like the devil, because they are not here for it. Believe me, the gospel community, they don't play. Don Juan also mentioned a saying that my mom has told me and my siblings ever since we were teenagers and started dating. Never in your life, in any relationship, make somebody a priority who only makes you an option. My mother has always said that, and I wish that I would have taken her advice on a number of times. There's been a lot of times throughout my life that I have treated somebody like a priority and they didn't give two shits about me. And I learned the hard way. I'm still learning. Anyway, it's a valid point. They need to stop putting so much energy into Tasha. They need to just focus on them. They need to just focus on the 3 members that they have. They are officially Xscape. They do not need Tasha if she's going to act this way. She is only holding on to them until she sees if this gospel thing is going to work out. If the gospel career takes off and she starts selling hundreds of thousands, millions of albums, she'll never want to don the stage with them ever again. But if that gospel album goes nowhere, she's going to be right back there, right there with Xscape. So we see Taj, Coco, and Coco's son, they all go out shopping. He's going to be their stylist. And Taj explains to him that there needs to be something that he can fall back on. She tells him, you know, when the group fell apart, she ended up with nothing, no money, no backup plan, and working as a receptionist. You know, Lily ended up being homeless. You have to have a plan. I think that he should have taken his mom's advice when she told him to go to college and sing on the weekends. Now, he didn't say that he was going to change his mind, but he did say that he would leave it as food for thought. He would think about it and keep it in the forefront of his mind. I think that is a good idea. I have heard him sing a number of times online and on the show, and I think that his singing is really good. But have I heard better? Yes. And is this music industry extremely hard? Yes. Does he want to risk it? I don't think so. It's okay to go to school and work on your music career. Just like Taj mentioned, Megan Thee Stallion, she took classes while she was traveling the world, while she was filming videos, doing interviews, doing TV shows. Listen, you can do both. Don't give up on yourself, but always make sure you cover your ass in the end.
And she has a gospel deal right now.
Oh, so that's why.
Because she keeps saying, I don't even know if I want to tour with y'all. I don't even know if I want to
Well,
do
what
this
the
with y'all.
hell else is she gonna do?
Her gospel stuff.
But you're basically like a new artist. You've not had a project that anybody, and gospel is a totally different world. You have to earn the respect of people. It's like country and gospel. They're not just gonna be like, oh, you can sing.
She told me, go do your little solo thing. She told her sister and Tiny, y'all go have more babies. That is so disrespectful. Like they can't do nothing else but go have babies. Like they ain't got no talent.
Don't make somebody a priority that makes you an option.
So she's not coming for the sound check. She just want to show up for the show. Why do we give her the right to always put us on hold, let us know what she gonna do? Why we don't set the rules, y'all? Definitely treating us like she's Diana Ross and we the Supreme. No. Better yet, she's Gladys Knight and we the pimps. That's what the is happening right now.
Now, honey, they get down to the Xscape rehearsal and Tasha is MIA. She doesn't show up. They're rehearsing for a performance that they have coming up before the big performance with SWV. And their road manager says, well, she's going to show up for the show, but she's not going to show up for the sound check. I said, say what now? Even Mariah Carey shows up for a sound check. And you know that woman's vocals is always working. You know she is always lubricated and ready to flow. And you know those people that work for her are her regular people, so they know how she wants her audio set up. But that lady is a professional, so she still shows up to do her sound checks because, one, she wants to make sure that she sounds good, and two, she wants to put on a great performance for her fans. Why in the world would Latasha not want to show up for sound check? What if the sound check goes terribly and then you show up and grab your mic and your microphone doesn't even work? I mean, seriously, this woman is a total mess. Then we see her back at her house with her husband. Oh, that man irritates me. They're signing her contract. She's got her deal with Motown. Girl, gone somewhere. My thing is this. Congratulations on your deal with Motown. I know that gospel music is in your heart. I know that you want to be the lead singer. Go do that. Release yourself, be free. Enjoy being in a solo act, but let Xscape go and let them live their life. Let them tour the country. Let them tour the world, just the three of them, without you dipping in and dipping out. It's not required. If you are not going to be 100% in, then get 100% out. Now, while they were rehearsing, they sounded amazing to me. I said, for this to be a live rehearsal, they sound great. I can't carry a tune. Listen, I think that they sound good without her. They need to move on without her. Candy said, why do we let her treat us like this? She's treating us like she's Diana Ross and we are the Supremes, like she's Gladys Knight and we are the Pips. I said, yes, she's treating you guys like she's Harold Melvin and you guys are the Blue Notes, or that she's Lionel Richie and y'all are the Commodores, or that she's Ron Isley and you guys are the rest of them, or she's Charlie Wilson and you guys are the rest of the Gap Band. I mean, listen, you don't deserve to be treated like this. I'm just saying, kick her out. Tamika says that normally she would be upset and she would stand up for her sister, but right now she realizes that Candy and Tiny are upset and they are right. They cannot let her to continue to do this. She is stopping your bag, and that is not okay. Now, Tiny and Candy, they are rich. So they probably are okay either way. But, you know, the rest of the girls are not rich. So stop messing with everybody else's money. I just find this to be so rude. It's so tacky. And you know what else? Candy is busy. I mean, she is seriously busy, and so is Tiny. Tiny has a lot of businesses that she operates as well. And if they can show up for all these meetings and participate, all these rehearsals and participate, come on now. Tasha, quit playing with us. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.